right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 3 new theorems today. If a tangent and a chord intersects at a point on a circle, then the measure of each angled form is 1/2 the measure of its interpreted arc. And we drew a picture of that earlier. We've got if 2 chords intersect in the interior of a circle, then the measure of each angle is 1/2 the sum of the measure of the arcs by the interpreted angle. The sum of the measures of the arcs interpreted by the angle and its vertical angle. 10-13, if a tangent and a secant, 2 tangents or 2 secants, intersect in the exterior of a circle, then the measure of the angle formed is 1/2 the distance of the measure of the interpreted arc. Okay, it's going to make a lot more sense as we go through this, what this means. Okay. First we need to find the variables of each. We've got y, and we've got x, and we've got that this angle is 156. The arc angle is 156. So we've got a tangent and a chord intersecting at a point on the circle. Then the measure of each angle formed is 1/2 the measure of its interpreted arc. So if that arc's 156, what is the value of x? I know it's what is big? Half. So 156 divided by 2 gives me 78. And if I know that arc is 156, what does the other arc have to be? It has to be 204.
You always divide by 2.
Huh?
You always divide by 2.
Yes. I know it's 204 because the angles of a circle add up to what? Not 180, but 360. So I took 360 minus 156, got 204. Now I take 204 divided by 2, and I get 102 equals the y. Pretty straightforward?
How do you want to?
We divided 204 by 2. Okay, so we want to find x. We just want to find that arc. I know the angle's 90. What is the arc? If I know the angle is half the arc, and I know the angle is 90, what's the arc? 180. And how did you get that? You just times it by 2. Okay, this one's a hard one. This is 2x, and this is x. This is y, and this is z. There are no numbers. How am I going to figure this out? We know that 2x and x add together to be what? 180 degrees. So 180 equals 2x plus x, or as Dana said, 3x. So I take 180, divide that by 3, and I get 60. So x equals 60, which means z equals 120. Okay? 2x equals 60. So 2x would equal what? 120. So y would equal? Yeah, 240. Okay? Feel pretty good?
No.
The angle is just half the arc. That's the whole thing behind all of these. We're going to move on to example 2, which is all about intersecting chords. So if this is 100, and this is 135, how can I find x? Well, let's go over what 2 chords intersecting means. If you have 2 chords that intersect in the interior of a circle, then the measure of each angle is 1/2 the sum of the interpreted arc and its vertical angle. So I know 100 right here. 100 equals 1/2. What is its interpreted arc? What arc goes with 100? X. And what's the vertical arc, or vertical angle for the arc? 135. Can we not talk while I'm talking? I don't know why that's a hard concept to understand this late in the year. We've been through this already. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that 1/2 first by timesing both sides by 2. And so I get 200 equals x plus 135. Then I'm going to take 200 minus 135, and I get that x equals 65. All right, let's do this next one. I've got 110, x, and 30. How am I going to find that angle? What am I going to do with those two arcs? You're going to add them, subtract them, multiply, or divide them. What do we do here? Add them and then times it by 1/2. X equals 1/2, 30 plus 110. Somebody's music is too loud. Can we turn that down, please, or off while I'm teaching? So 110 plus 30 divided by 2 gives us x equals 70 degrees. Do I need to do the next one, or are we feeling pretty good? Do the next one? Okay. All right, for the next one I've got, this is 2x, this is 45, and this is x. Ooh, can you tell that that's 45? Okay. So what do? I say 45 equals what? 1/2 times 2x plus x. Okay, so 45 equals 1/2 times 3x. So I'm going to times both sides by 2 to get rid of the 1/2. So I get 90 equals 3x. Divide by 3 and x equals. 3 goes into 90 how many times? 3 goes into 9 how many times? 3 goes into 0 how many times? There we go. So x equals 30. Let's turn it over. We're going to look at secant and tangents and learn that little rule. Okay. What are these two lines, first of all? Are they both tangents, both secants, one a secant, one a tangent? What are they? Both secants because they both go all the way through the circle. Okay, and the rule with secants is it's 1/2 the difference of their interpreted arcs. So I know angle 1 equals 1/2 90 minus 43. 92, thank you. Because I didn't read it. 92 minus 43. So we're going to do 1/2 times 92, what?
I was asking you why you put minus and stuff.
Oh, I thought you said why did I put 90? We put minus because it's a different formula. When you have secants and tangents, or a secant and a tangent that go through a circle, we're using minus. When we're dealing with two chords, it uses plus. That's something you better write down because you're going to mix them up on the quiz. All right, so 92 minus 43 gives us 24.5. Okay, so the next one, is it two secants again, two tangents, or a secant and a tangent? I've got a secant for sure because it goes through the circle. What is the other one though? How do I know it's a tangent? Because it only hits it in one spot. Okay, this one's a little tricky. Huh. Can I use that 12 at all? No. What do I need to know? I need to know this arc right here between it, right? How am I going to find that green arc? Subtract from 360, yeah? So subtract 134 plus 12 from 360. And I get 214. Okay, now it's simply the same thing. Angle 1 equals 1/2 214 minus 134.
You did 134 minus 12 times 60? No, plus 12.
No, I did 134 plus 12 and then subtracted that from 360. Or I went 360 minus 134 minus 12. Okay. So again, I'm going to put 1/2 times 214 minus 134. I'm going to make sure when I put it in my calculator that I put it around the parentheses around the right place. And I get angle 1 is 40 degrees. Angle 1 is 40 degrees, yeah. All right, C. I only am given that this is 96. I want to find out what angle 1 is. Before we move on, are these, the lines there, are they secants, tangents, or secant and tangent? Tangents, because they only hit it in one spot. I'm given that that angle is 96, but I need 2 arcs. I'm only given 1 arc. How do I find the other one?
96 minus 56.
Other way, 360 minus 96. Which gives me 264. So I'm going to say angle 1 equals 1/2 264 minus 96. Which gives me 84 degrees. Okay. We're not going to do the next ones because all they are is just examples 1, 2, and 3 mixed together. But if you do them, I will give you extra credit. Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have one of 2 choices. You may work on your homework tonight, which is page 683, 4 through 26 even. Or you can go ahead and start on your flatland paper. Or you could work on your circle book. But I want you to do one of those things right now. There shouldn't be a lot of moving around. If you move to sit next to one person that helps you, that's fine, but you shouldn't be getting up multiple times. You should get some of this stuff done. This circle book is worth points. It will be due the day of the test, which is next Friday. If you work on it each day, it's good. If you weren't here yesterday, I will help you put it together so it looks like a book. Okay? All right, let's get out that homework flatland paper or circle book.